Hi guys and welcome back. Today's video, my microphone was not working for some reason, so I'm doing a little voiceover. So it'll be the reason why my voice is not matching up with my hand gestures. But today I kind of want to do a little like June setup with you guys. So I had already prepared some of the inserts in advance, and I'm going to be showing to you guys in just a little bit. So I think in this part, if I remember correctly, I was pointed out how I was going to print out the June monthly illustrations later, and you're going to see that. And right now I'm showing some of the weekly inserts that I made and printed out. I'm pretty sure here I point out how I didn't space it correctly, so when I hole punched it, like messed up the numbers. But honestly, I don't care too much, and I don't want to waste ink and paper, so I'm just gonna still use them. And for this month, I changed it to a more like whimsy theme. I think if you guys watched I think the last video that I showed a little flip through, you can see that I already have some of those weekly inserts already in the planner. And then I also printed out some of the monthly inserts from Sleepy Notes Planner. I have two versions of these. One of them is like the typical pocket size, and the other one I just slimmed it down a bit because the Japanese pocket size, they're like more slimmer, a little bit more taller. So I was kind of debating if I cared that much if the original pocket size stuck out or not, but I just ended up deciding just to stick with the original pocket size. As you can see here, I'm like showing like how much slimmer the Japanese pocket planner is. It's probably like a millimeter or two slimmer. But yeah, here I'm like talking about like how I think the one that I slimmed down when I hole punched it kind of messed a little bit with the design, so that's another reason why I didn't want to go with it. And then I can also show the monthly log from A. Ellison, and then the sleep tracker that I need to add in for June. And then I also kind of had some like scratch paper in case I need to take notes or anything like that. So we're gonna start with taking off my dailies. I had recorded this on Monday, the 25th. So I'm just taking out all the dailies that we don't need anymore from May, and also taking out one of the pages. Where's all of them? No, only one of the pages from the previous week in May, because I only like to keep 2 weeks in my planner. So I'm just taking it out, and I think I was talking about how I'm probably gonna keep it for now. I'm still deciding if I'm gonna keep them like permanently or just keep them temporarily and then kind of go through them and decide which ones are important for me to keep and which ones aren't. And then here we're gonna put in the June weeklies. And then I'm putting back the May weekly ones. I still need them for now. And then we're also going to put in the monthly ones from Sleepy Notes Club. And then I think I'm talking about on the habit tracker, I didn't have to add a new one. I just have to fill it in later, put June into all my habits, which I'll do off camera because that's private. And then we have the sleep tracker, which I do need to add a new page. So we're going to put that in. And then we need to add a insert for my no spend tracker. I just need to add the log part of it since the monthly is already in there. And then for my expenses, which I didn't print it out, and I forget to even do it later when it cuts in. I just needed like a new expense insert, but I'm just gonna do that off camera. It's whatever. It's not really important since I don't need it for this week. I think right now I'm like looking because I thought for a second. I had another extra expense insert, but I'm gonna find out a little bit after digging through my insert box that I don't have it. Okay, so I'm just flipping through, seeing what else I need to add. Probably not anything else. I'm just looking to see what stuff to remove too, which I think yeah, I end up taking out the cleaning checklist since I don't need it right now. I'm gonna keep the notes. And I'm looking through my wish section. See if I'm gonna take out anything. Nope, we're good. We just need to add in more scratch paper. So we're putting that in right now. Alright. So now we're gonna start setting things up. So I'm just removing some of the notes that I have in the back of my calendar. Okay, so I'm gonna write a little priority down for June. think, yeah, I think I ended up writing down I'm gonna buy a birthday gift for one of my friends. And since it's something that's more than 20 bucks, I need to save up for it. And then yeah, I think I'm gonna look at my future events to see what I need to mark down for June. So I think one of them is this little art market that I wanted to go. That's in Houston. It's called the Monster Art Market. If any of you guys are interested, and it's going to be on June 13th, which is a Saturday, and I think it's like noon till 7. And then there's also my friend's birthday, which I need to write down and keep track of so I know by when I need the birthday gift ready. And then there's also a birthday party that I wanted to go to, so you need to write that down too, which is on the 7th of June. Honestly, I probably should have used my gel pen, because honestly, with my fountain pen, even though it's a fine and it's a Jinhao, I feel like it's still not fine enough for me, and sometimes when I write my A's and O's, they look similar. But oh well. And oh, okay. I guess I'm just writing down the time for the art market event. Okay, I think. Okay, just moving one of my little notes from my inbox, which is scheduling a vet appointment. And then, okay, we're moving to my weeklies for June. I'm just gonna write it down um, the birthday party so I don't forget, which is on Sunday. Oh, okay, never mind. First, we're actually gonna divide the weeklies. Like I had mentioned, I wanted to start it. I wanted to start doing. I think last video. So on one side, I can write the events, and on the other side, I can write the to dos or tasks. So I don't have to use dailies anymore. So we're doing that. And then now I'm gonna write down one of the events that's happening in the first week of June. And then I'm looking back to see if there's anything else I need to write down for that week, which I don't. I'm writing down like my work and then also a due date that I have for this research lab I'm volunteering in. Hi guys, so you might see a cut because I forgot to, in the initial recording, I forgot to print this out and cut it. So, as you can see, I already printed the June, the monthly planner for Sleepy Notes Club. It's so pretty. I love how it's like garden themed. See, to cut my inserts, I like using this paper cutter. You can get paper cutters, I think, in like any craft store, but I actually got this from Daiso, and I think I forgot how much it was in USD because in Daiso they have other prices in yen, but this was like 330 yen, so it's probably like $3 or $4. And it's honestly not bad. It's like a really good paper cutter. Actually, hold on. I like actually doing this first. Um, I've been doing this recently, so I actually cut them even more straighter. Because sometimes I even mess up cutting things straight with my paper cutter. So I usually like to use a ruler. I'll go with a pencil and I'll just write down a line like that. I need to get a longer ruler. I kind of just roughly do it. It's okay. And then this one. There we go. Mm, actually, let's do it. This side and this side. Alright. And then I will go ahead and cut it. Honestly, I think with this paper cutter, I have to sharpen or replace the blade because it will only cut smoothly if I go up from here to down instead of the other way. Let's see. Honestly, ever since I got a paper cutter, it like makes it so when you cut inserts, it's like so much easier. Especially if you also hate not cutting them straight, which I suck so bad at cutting the insert straight, which is scissors. So ever since I got this paper cutter, oh my god, literally game changer. And again, like you don't have to spend that much on a paper cutter. I literally got this for like at least less than $5 from Daiso, and I imagine you can probably get it for that much too online. I don't know about Amazon, but everywhere else, yeah. And then there we go. Now I need to erase the little pencil marks. Almost done. And this one. So this is the front. Alright, and then take out my hole puncher. I also ended up buying one of these hole punches from Amazon. I don't think it was that much, especially this Workline brand. I think it was like on sale on Amazon, so I was able to get it for a really good price. Just making sure it's lined up. And there we go. With the June ones. They're so beautiful. I love their inserts so much. Oh my god. I'll never shut up about Sleeping Notes Club's inserts and how beautiful they are. No. Okay. Oh no. Get back in there. Oh. Right there. And put it like that. And there we go. I swear this is the final time future me is cutting into this video, but I'm going to show a flip through of my June setup because my decisive ass decided to change the front dashboard last minute. So I'm going to show it to you guys. So, ta-da! I just got this from Pinterest and it really matches with Sleepy Nose Club's like June illustrations. Very green, very garden, but I still want it to be a little summery. So it has little starfish and some shells. And I didn't have a laminator, so I just kind of put packing tape over like both sides, so it's like more sturdy. I got the hack from I think from Monique. I think her channel name is Monique Writes Mindfully. I'll just like put it right here. And then in the back, I put like a green gingham pattern, and I decided to make this into my sticky note dashboard. And then we'll ignore the May stuff. I dated it, and then we have the inbox, this month's priorities, and then we have June. I did kind of change some stuff around because I forgot it's literally Pride Month, so I needed to use up my Rainbow Star washi tape, so I decided to put something at the bottom. Oof. And then have other inbox. Then we have June goals, go fishing, yes. And then June wins. And then these are the weekly for June. I also decorated this like earlier today. And then also decorated this a little bit. I put some washi because I wanted to be more like a blue theme. And then I put a little piece of coffee because I'm gonna hang out with one of my friends at a coffee shop. And then we have the sleep checker for June. And then a no spend for June. And then I actually printed out the expenses. I think when I was on recording that video, the last part. And this is my own insert I made. So date, details, amount, and then that is it. Nothing else. Thank you again, guys, so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you that watches. I hope you have a great, wonderful rest of your day. And I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.